Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. It's our tech discussion that we have this morning, and it's time to get into the financial markets, of course, with tech. Tosan Akapa is a trader, a financial trader with over 8 years of experience in the markets, cryptocurrency, stocks, of course, and futures. It's great to have you on the show. Hello, Tosan.
Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
Wonderful to be with you.
Good morning. It's great to have you this morning. You know, there are times when Tosan has spoken to me about getting to the financial markets, and you know, I've always been very, very, skeptical about the financial markets. But in this new age, now prior to this time, there's a time we started hearing about bots and all of that, and then with the advent of AI or the incoming of AI, people now, there's a lot of automation in financial markets. So where does the part of the trader and knowledge come in? So this morning we're discussing the role of AI in financial markets. Tosan, you know how this goes. If everything can be automated now, if bots can run it, if bots can even copy trade and do all of that, why do I need to learn how to trade?
Well, that's a wonderful question. And I think many people also have that, I've had that question for a very long time. And most times also I hear this question, the way I handle it is this: what some bots can do, especially when it comes to emotions. There are some good parts of human emotion, and there are some bad parts of it as well. So now when it comes to the good side of trading, your bot does not have emotions. So you as a person, you understand your strategy. In fact, sometimes your strategy might just be very, very difficult to code. So when it comes to AI in trading, it's a little bit wide, but let's just dwell on the power we call the algo trading, algorithmic trading itself. So this is where AI is actually programmed to behave in a certain way if certain conditions are met. Now, the question would be, if everybody had a perfect robot, why on earth should we be trading? And one thing about the market is that the moment one person one particular strategy gets popular, the market adjusts itself to ensure that it rewards only those that know what they are doing. Those people that have taken out time to learn. And it's the same thing with the bots. Now, when you program a particular robot, an AI bot, for instance, and it so happens that it's so good and everybody just wants it, that's what people really want to know. So it's so good and it's making you a lot of money, maybe like 100% per day. And this strategy enters the market. The brokers are looking at it. Automatically, the more people that shift to that strategy, the market will adjust to ensure that there is a balance. It's just like when you go to the market now. Let's say you want to buy meat. Let's talk about the price of goods now. You want to buy maybe rice or meat or something, and you start, and the person says this is going for 1,000 naira. You say no, it should be going for 800 naira. Now the price is already fluctuating. At the end of the day, you now decide that, okay, this is the perfect price I want. You've been able to do it very well as a human being. You buy it at 80. So by the time you're going home, you feel like, oh, I think I should sell this. And you want to sell it at maybe 120. That's the idea of trading. You want to sell it at 120. But it so happens that somebody else is selling at a cheaper price. You will be forced to sell lower and you lose. Now, when it comes to AI has the information already. If you program it well, it has the information that, okay, yes, there is somebody else selling at this particular price, so it's better I do not buy at.
All right, we'll get Tosan back as soon as we can. Maybe there's a slight issue there, but we're talking the financial markets and, of course, artificial intelligence, the role of artificial intelligence in the financial markets. It's something that, from time immemorial, people have been trading and trying to trade. I myself have gotten a little bit into it, learning from the basics and then, of course, doing it virtually and trying to get the ropes. But the point is that, yes, AI has now become a part of everyday marketing, as it were. And so, and as he mentioned, there's that role of AI when it comes to emotions. Now, that's where I know that one of the things that we learned when I wanted to try trading was, greed and not letting your emotions overcome. If you have a set target, so let's say, for instance, you're trading and then you want to when you put your stop losses, as it were, or the kind of gains that you want to have when it gets to that particular point. Don't try to want to exceed it and make more than you have. Just let it be, and just let it go. And due to that is one thing that AI, like Tosan is just trying to mention when it comes to emotions. That is one thing that AI can't do. That is emotional training and all of that. But we'll see how soon we can get Tosan back and continue that discussion. This is something that is quite very, very insightful, something that you can definitely learn from when it comes to trading in the financial markets. If greed and emotions are taken out, then the robots, or as it were, the bots, can now trade without those emotions. But he is saying that some emotions are good. I think we might just have Tosan back now talking about that. Tosan, if you can hear me and if everything is okay, let's go, but let's get straight back into it.
Okay, yes, sorry for that break. So before the breaking translation there, I was talking about the accuracy of the bots. Now, if you have a bot that is 90% accurate, for example, now, the question will now be, why can't everybody in the world begin to use this bot? But it now boils down to strategy itself. Now, every strategy is unique. The moment everybody tilts to a particular strategy, the market suddenly adjusts itself, and it's called the balancing of price. Suddenly, everybody is willing to buy at a certain price, and the market finds a balanced price for it, and you find out that you are no longer profitable. That's why you find out that anybody that actually builds a bot, what they do is they use it within a closed group of people. This person has a community. For example, my own community, we're building a robot right now as we speak. We're building an AI model right now that can help us trade. By the time it's ready, we're not going to say, okay, we want 10 million people to actually be on this bot. Now, this is my opinion, especially when we want to talk about ICT. There is a particular strategy they call ICT. And once we start talking about it, you see lots of people coming for you, dragging you and all. So this is a strategy that over the years has been working excellently well. But before, the moment it became very popular, the market suddenly adjusted itself to start creating what we call smart money traps. Now, only those that are taking time to understand it properly can actually make a whole lot of money from it. So there are lots of people, different people with different bots out there. Now, there's this particular bot they call the HFT, that's a high frequency trading bot. Now, this bot has like a 98% win rate. Unfortunately, many brokers do not allow this because of the style that it chooses to trade. Now, if you have a bot that actually trades a proper style, like my own personal style now, if I'm able to program it into a bot, I can now decide that, okay, this is just as if I myself am trading in the market, and the brokers will accept that. So myself and my community will begin to use that. Now, let me just give this example before I hand over the mic for your next question as well. Another advantage of the bot is this. Now, imagine you are trading now. We actually use dollars to trade. So you put $100 or maybe $500 in the market on one trade, and you want to get maybe 1,500 from it. Remember last week we talked about risk management. Now you want to get 1,500 from it. And the moment the trade starts, you are in profit of $100. You look at it, and your Nigerian brain just begins to convert that money. That's 170,000 naira. Well, that's somebody's monthly salary that I'm having there. You are waiting. You said, no, according to my training plan, I'm supposed to wait for this thing to hit $1,500 and I'm done for the day. By the time it gets to $700, you look at it and say, that's $200 profit, 340,000 naira. And the voice in your head just makes you close the whole trade. Now, that's you as a human being. You've not been able to master your psychology. And trust me, if you continue with that attitude, you will blow your account before the end of the week or before the end of the month. So that's where the bots come in. The bot will trade without emotions. There's nothing, bot doesn't have any concerns with the price of the naira to the dollar. 140,000 naira can do this. It doesn't have anything to do, with the bot. So it's not, it doesn't FOMO. It doesn't have the fear of missing out. It's not emotions, just like we are as human beings.
Wow, Tosan, excellent communicator and a wonderful teacher, by the way. There's so much you've already answered in this. I wish we could continue, but you know what, Tosan? We'd have to maybe take it to next week to have the part 2, because you have given us so much. And it's just, I just give one question and Tosan just goes on and on and on. Excellent communicator there. Thank you so much, but we just have to take a very short time off now. Tosan will complete it. We're talking about emotions, where bots come in. And then you said something that there's also a good part of emotion. We'll pick on that, because I won't forget this one when we pick up next week. Thank you very much, Tosan. It was a pleasure talking to you this morning. All right. All right. Yeah. Well done. Thank you. That was a wonderful tech discussion. We'll kick off on that. We're talking about emotions and where they have an advantage over the bots and AI. We do have a performance, but Mary will be the one to tell us all about that. If she is set there, we're ready to get into it, but that will be just after this very short time out.